Hi Leos, it's Divine Spirit of Sunshine here. We're going to get started here. Doing a different spread today. Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, please help guide me in giving this certain Leo a certain message.
Psychologically for the rest of their lives because they think forgiveness is some kind of weakness. But that's not true. It takes a very strong and wise person to forgive, to choose to be better instead of bitter. And here's how you
Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, please help guide me in giving this Leo the correct message for the beginning of March.
See, when you do this, you realize what Eckhart told you. That if their past was your past, if their pain was your pain,
Universe, give me 4 cards for the center of the spread.
you would think and act exactly as they do. See, there's only one Earth, but there are billions of worlds here on this planet. Every person is living in their own world, believing their thoughts about the world, which were born out of their upbringing and experience.
First card for
We
Leo.
suffer when we project our expectations, our
First card
morals, our
for Leo.
worldviews on the people living in totally different worlds from us. As if we knew or could ever know the depths, the
Yeah, I feel that shuffled pretty good. One. This is the general situation. 2. This is something you have done or an experience you've had that has helped create this situation. 3. This is your beliefs, your impressions, or your expectations. This can be your conscious or subconscious of the situation. And 4. This is the likely result of the situation as things are standing now. And then we'll do 3 above with the major and 3 below. As above, so below. 3 cards for Leo. 3 cards for Leo. Oh, that one wants to come out. So we'll do 5. Number 5 is the spiritual history of the situation, or how you've behaved and what you've learned.
I have the power to empower others.
Card 6, that one wants to come out. So we will set this one here. And number 7 is how the situation will change and the spiritual tax that will come to you as a result of the situation changing. Okay, that one wants to come out. There we go. And then 3 court cards below. Okay. Give us 3 cards for Leo. Number 8 will be the helper, or to visualize the actual person that you're thinking of, or the person that gives you support. Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, please help guide me. Give me number 8 for the support of Leo. And visualize the person. Visualize the person, Leo. Okay, right here. Oh, almost flipped it over too soon. Okay, there we go. So that's number 8, and we still need 9 and 10. Divine Spirit, Holy Spirit, please help guide me in giving this Leo the message that they need to receive at the beginning of March. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, these ones are pretty sticky. Oh, I've got these same 2 that just want to come out, so we'll take them. Okay.
I know because I too have learned these feelings, but it is
Okay.
because you cherish life that you must protect it. Sentimental billboard killing me. It's so nice of you to come 16. But I plan on doing this my way.
Okay, so this would be our card 1 right here. And like I said, it's the general situation. 9 of Swords. I'm going to go ahead and flip all these over first, and then we'll get into the reading. So number 2 is something you've done or experience you've had that has actually helped create the situation. So we'll go... Let's see, this would have been your first card right here. And it's the 10 of Cups. So this would actually be your number 2 with 9 of Swords. So this is what you've created, and this is your current situation. So, and card number 3 is your beliefs or expectations, the conscious or subconscious of the situation. So number 3 is 10 of Swords. Okay. And number 4 is the likely result of the situation we're inquiring about here and kind of how things stand now. So 6 of Swords. Wow. So already we have 2 10s. So a certain kind of completion. You know, 9 of Swords. Maybe feeling backstabbed, but, you know, have done some backstabbing yourself, maybe, you know, or possibly who you're dealing with. And 6 of Swords is having, you know, knowledge behind the situation, but not really maybe owning up to your part of it. It's the science of it, right? You know the situation, how it was created, how it started, all the players in it. And maybe just not having, you know, I mean, I don't want to say that you don't have, you know, the integrity, but it definitely shows that, you know, maybe things on your side need owned as well. Okay, so card 5. This is the spiritual history, or it also can represent how you've behaved and what you've learned, possibly. So Justice. You know, Justice being in this situation, well, really, you know, in this position, is, you know, I don't see it as being fair or just when it comes right after the 6 of Swords. So like I was saying, you know, kind of not owning your part of it, needing to balance, you know, what can be learned from this situation is that balance is always needed, right? You know, another 6. Let me see, yeah. Okay, Leo, number 6 card is, you know, the challenges and, you know, opportunities in the current situation. so there you are, Leo. Boom, how perfect's that? Right? You know, having strength. This is your major arcana card, Leo. And, you know, we'll get into what it's kind of stating right at this point, but, you know, it seems like without, you know, the proper balance, you know, that all the strength in the world isn't going to help. You know, I can see that you're dealing, you know, with someone who's pretty immature here. It's just a crescent moon. It's not a full moon, right? The full moon represents, you know, maturity and responsibility. And, you know, she's kind of wrapped in this devil energy of that snake. You know, that can also represent the male phallic. So, you know, having dealt with a lot of toxic, maybe men in your life, and men who were not mature, you know, having strength through it, but really, you know, when the scales aren't balanced, then having strength, you know, only brings the illusion of success with the Ten of Cups. So card number 7 is how the situation will change, spiritual tasks, and the spiritual tasks that will come as a result of this situation. So the moon, you know, the moon, you know, represents, look, you know, another moon that's not completely full, right? You know, maybe missing the lesson that needs learned. Now, this can be a Pisces or a Cancer card. It is traditionally Major Arcana Pisces card. Yeah, and just, you know, as a quarter moon, I mean, it's still not of maturity. You know, the unicorn in the background here represents illusions. And the crab or lobster down here, you know, that's having that really hard shell on the outside. You know, but maybe this person is like super ooey gooey on the inside. You know, not able to control their emotions because they don't have maturity, right? I just see, you know, the bubbles and the water's kind of, you know, rough through here. You can see a smooth path in the back of the card, like once things are brought into light. But without the full illumination of this moon here, you know, secrets, illusions, you know, kind of living in this fantasy of what maybe you think things should be, but maybe the universe doesn't have that plan for you. You know, maybe they have something different, right? So, in card number 8, 8 represents the helper. So, visualize the actual person. This person gives you, you know, total support in the situation. So, here we go. We have the Queen of Wands. So, this is Sagittarius card. And she's a really fast acting, you know, kind of has a temper. But with this Kali card, the Queen of Wands in this deck, she's represented as Kali. You know, she is always down to business and, you know, is called the Mother of Wands in the East in this deck. But she has the inner knowing. She has the spiritual guidance. She has the action, you know, the words, the thoughts, and the actions to assist you. So, Leo, if you're dealing with the Sagittarius, then that's your advice, you know, to maybe try and reconnect. Because in this position, I can see that you feel there was no justice, you know, that there was an ending with the Ten of Swords, with this Mother of Wands. But really, you can trust her, you know. if you guys had a falling out, it could just be because, you know, the whole justice of the situation wasn't explained. Right? You know, I see very two strong cards here. These two can tend to butt heads. You know, not that there's anything wrong with it, but Leos are really known to be headstrong in what they say and what they do, and, you know, is kind of just the way. And that can lead to, you know, kind of a closed mind outlook on things at times because you're not willing to see the full truth. So card number 9, this represents you, Leo, and, you know, the expressing of the qualities of the person shown on the card. So this is how you're acting in the situation. Yeah, and it comes out as Daughter of the Sword. So Princess of Swords, this is someone who's very cold and closed off, and, you know, another crescent moon. It can be immaturity, right? There is sun above it as for hope, and, you know, there's someone in the background here that she's, you know, not even looking at. She's got her head forward, her blades out, it's cold, you know, feeling like in this situation there was just cruelty. And, you know, Princess of Swords is a good card, but at the same time it represents a lot of, you know, like overdoing your power, holding on to things so desperately, you know, for the sake of winning. And then the last card, this is the Teacher. So this figure can indicate the demands of the situation and also the knowledge that you can gain from the situation. And here it is, yeah, Prince of Cups. So this is it's Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but traditionally in this deck, this is a Cancer card. So, Prince of Cups, right? He has one cup that he normally offers, but when he's a prince and he's not a king, you know, he's not fully emotionally available all the time. There's lots in the background here that you can't really see that's distorted, you know. They're kind of known for keeping secrets, and, you know, not that Cancers, Pisces, or Scorpios aren't honest, but there's just a lot of illusions, you know. There's not a whole lot that they will reveal emotionally or anything like that. And, you know, this prince is also known for, you know, kind of skirting around the issue and not taking their part, right? Because he's only got one cup. I mean, we still have 9 other cups we need to find if he only has one. So, yeah, let's see here. I'm going to move these up a little bit. So yeah, with the current situation, you know, this is just the general situation of this spread. So it's really representing, you know, kind of conflict. And if you look on, here, let me move this out of the way. We'll put that one back. Okay. You know, you see how there's kind of like that bird on there? Well, the bird is like, you know, kind of like a fantasy represented, you know. It's like, so this fantasy bird is like the Two of Cups is a victim of the swords. Like they see themselves as a victim. You know, like I said, not really owning, you know, the part that you took in the situation. It can also, you know, well, and see, look, so the card means cruelty, right? But you feel like you've been wrongly done in a situation, right? But there's 9 swords there, so everyone partook in it at some point, or had, I guess, a sword in it. So, and if you look here, like, it just, yeah, really feeling like a victim, you know, not owning what you need to own. So, I don't know if this is how you're currently feeling, Leo, but, you know, remember that's a low vibration, right? And nothing can change. You can't manifest. We're in the Pisces new moon. The best thing you can do is, you know, really release that victim mentality. Because, look, it doesn't feel good, I know, to feel like a victim. But when you look at a situation like nothing's actually done to you, you know, everyone's on their separate journey and we all go through things. And when things happen that you think are directly to you, they're not. It's because other people are on their journey of healing and learning and burning through karma. So, you know, yeah, like I was saying in the beginning of the spread, that's really just feeling like the victim in a situation, which then leaves you powerless. You know, mentally, physically, emotionally leaves you powerless. Feeling like there's nothing that can be done and there's always something, right? So now that we've gone through that card, I'm just going to set that off to the side here. And we will go to the number 2 card. So, 10 of Cups, right? This is something that you've experienced and that has happened, that's helped create this certain situation. You know, something you've done. And if you look in the back of this card, you can see how the weather is kind of, you know, a little bit chaotic and the waters are chaotic. So, with this victim mentality, you know, I feel like in this position with this 10 of Cups is, you know, playing the victim might have lost the success. Or it could be playing the victim has gained you success in a certain situation. Or what you feel is the 10 of Cups. Right? What you feel is, or was, you know, wish fulfillment, complete fulfillment, has been lost from playing, you know, kind of the victim mentality. Like I said, maybe not owning your part in things, which is hard to do. But it's like necessary to do, you know, to move on from a situation. So, and the third card is, you know, your beliefs, impressions, and expectations. So, the consciousness or the subconscious of your mind of the situation. Yeah, 10 of Swords. This is total and complete ending. You know, if you feel like this situation has ended, you know, if you look at the whole spread, you know, take ownership here with the beginning. You know, feeling like a victim of losing your 10 of Cups and feeling like, you know, everything's kind of at a loss, right? But remember, our minds are so powerful that our thoughts produce a lot of the outcome, right? How invested were you in this situation to begin with? You know, if you always thought of yourself as the victim, then in that beginning message of that video I shared from Prince EA, you know, was really for you. Because the message is talking about, you know, how to forgive. And it's a really important lesson, right? To not go through life carrying all these swords. It's ended here because of this person. It's ended there because of that person. It's like when you own your part in it, it brings balance with justice, right? Otherwise, there can't be justice in the situation. So that is how you're feeling. It is your beliefs or your impressions and expectations of the situation. Number 4, so it's the likely result of the situation, you know, as things stand currently. And with the 6 of Swords, so we're past the 5, you know, as to where you don't know which direction to go. But with the 6 of Swords, it really means, like, it means honesty needs, you know, the need for objectivity. You know, it's like inner truth. Come to the inner truth of the situation, and you will not feel like a victim. Six of Swords, it's like, so yeah, inner truth. And, you know, a hand up here. You can see a finger right there where my thumb is, right? So this hand, you know, is reaching towards a leafless branch. You know, traces of green show that technology can bring new life to deserts. However, darkness beneath, hints of something torn or broken, right? So, needing that inner truth, needing to be honest, you know, to be objective. And, you know, it can also mean idealism, you know, used for selfish ends. And, yeah, just really needing inner truth, needing truth in this situation. You know, seeing the truth without being told, right? Use your intuition. Know that there's always more to a story than what seems to be. So, let's see here. So card 5, like I said, so this is the spiritual history. This can also be what you've learned. And with the Justice card, you know, that just means there will be balance. You know, if you are harsh in a situation or not forgiving, at some time justice will come through. You'll either need that forgiveness or you'll need to learn, you know, how to give forgiveness and how to make things balanced, how to make things even. You know, having the strength to really make things right. Look, and here's another secrets card. So with the Six of Swords being, you know, needing to be truthful, you know, with inner things and the way you want to view something, you know, just being really truthful with yourself about it. You know, revealing secrets and not thinking, you know, with this victim mentality. So yeah, this Justice card here, bring it to the camera a little closer. So it's really needing to examine your life and get things in balance. You know, in this position, it can mean that a relationship is going badly because there's no balance. There needs to be like an analysis on this situation and for you to take a balanced view. So once again, talking about, you know, not just believing whatever makes you feel like you're the one doing right in the situation. It needs balance brought to it. You know, it can really just mean, like, in this position, it's like acting unfairly. You know, really trying to avoid an honest evaluation of yourself and the situation. You know, that's what this whole story has been about. Every card has correlated that. So, the 6th card, you know, this is the spiritual task at this time. So, the challenges and opportunities in the current situation. So, you know, maybe there could be balance through this situation with having strength of not being in this victim mentality anymore. And, you know, the Strength card is Leo's major arcana card. And to embody that strength, you know, you have to be able to forgive yourself and others, right? So the Strength card is, you know, really having that inner strength, love, and gentleness. You know, the confidence and the ability to give love and forgiveness. you know, when this card comes up in reverse, it can leave a Leo feeling overwhelmed, you know, weak. I always suggest to meditate, Leo. Meditate on situations and do what feels right. Not what feels like makes you right in the situation. Right? Just, you know, really go within. Have the strength to do that. Put that over there. So, card number 7 here. This is the Piscean or Cancer card. Traditionally Pisces, major arcana, but it can be a Cancer as well because of the moons and all the water, as well as a little crab down here, right? So 7 is, you know, how this situation will change. And, you know, what will come from how this situation will change. So the moon, right? It can mean many different things. I'm never really, so in this position in the spread, I definitely, I feel a little bit torn about what it means. But in my mind, I keep, you know, hearing, like this, you know, fantasies, daydreams, you know, irrational activities, you know, the conscious mind really blocking the unconscious mind here. So when you look at this card here, the landscape represents peace, while the lobster